Hi, my name's Steph, and I'm a deployment strategist in a forward deploy engineering team for a really big tech company. And I've been working with AI and agentic AI since it hit. I'm also an e-commerce solo founder, and what I'm trying to do is save myself money on subscriptions, as well as save myself time and energy, as well as money on paying all these different contractors on Upwork to automate some of my social media, sales pipeline, and service pipeline processes. So follow along if you are a founder, a small business owner, and you're looking to get more advanced with using AI and agentic AI to make your life easier. I'm learning as I go along. I'm not a developer, so if you're not a developer, you can do everything that I can do. And subscribe, and please give me feedback or ideas if you've tried something different. This particular reel is how I bulk create reels, and then I will autonomously schedule those reels. So I use ChatGPT, Google Drive, Canva, and Claude Code for scheduling. So follow along and you can see the end-to-end process.
Hey, so I've got a combination of using Anthropic and Claude Code, who almost is my agent who queues, manages, helps me write captions based on knowledge and my instructions and training data. So to create like bulk videos, there's different types of videos that I've set up. One is the founder video. So usually there's my voice over the top. So there's more watching with a caption. Then there's Steph, no vocals, which is what we're going to build today. So this is me in the video as a founder, getting on with life, making food, cooking, all that kind of stuff, or making the D3B drink formula, or putting D3B in yogurt. And then over the top, there'll be text around the problem statement, the science, the evidence, the facts. So, and then there's a caption that gets supported by that. So this is how I'm going to bulk create for this. What happens is this is the Be Ultra Real posting. So this drive is accessible by my agent. My agent knows there's a whole different types of videos. It will take each video off the schedule based on date, uploaded or modified. And then once that video has been uploaded, each folder has a posted folder. We're not posting the same video twice, and it gets archived in this posted folder. So to create the bulk create aspect, I use ChatGPT, and I have a project for Be Ultra where it has a whole bunch of knowledge around company branding, language, tone, the D3B ingredients, the formula, the scientific evidence. So when I ask it for a prompt, i.e., create me a table and create a caption based on like key problem statements, it's grounded in factual data. So it's not going to hallucinate. So there's a combination of being grounded in the product and the scientific data that I've uploaded in the agent. That is all true to the brand, the science, how the formula has been created. And then I will provide obviously instructions and ask it to put in a table format. The reason why I want it to be in a table format, because this is how I can use Canva's bulk create. So here's the hook line. So it converts it into a curiosity branded hook line, which is based on like best practice. And then there's each statement line underneath, because this is how you can create lots of different statement lines and then use Canva bulk create. So essentially you need to think of a particular topic, and the topic could be particular ingredients into D3B, or weight loss challenges, or healthy eating challenges, or simplified lifestyle routine, or protein, or exercise, or sleep. All the things that are aligned to the brand and align to what we stand for and the product. And then you kind of go through a bit of a process of creating. So I kind of always try and narrow it down to give me one caption and I'll provide it feedback. And I said, no, that's not relevant, da, 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 da. And then once we land on one caption as an example that hits the mark well, and I'm like, yep, that's aligned, then I go follow this format for the rest of them. And the same with the data in the table is we've done a few iterations, as you can see, and I try not do too many. I think when you do too many, it gets a little bit lost along the way. Like maximum of 10 is where I think the quality is maintained. And at the same time, yes, I review everything and I'll edit things, just because as AI knows, it can hallucinate. So even with the best grounding and the best instruction, it doesn't hallucinate. So it needs to be reviewed. But again, like I start with like kind of one example, pull it out, make sure that example's right, make sure it makes sense. So then the kind of LLM understands what we're trying to achieve with just one small area, and then it'll expand off that. And then the same with the caption. You start with let's just do one caption, see how it was way too long. I was like, we need to make it shorter, sharper, to the point. Yep, much better, great. And then still when I get my end product that I'm like, great, this is 85 to 90% spot on, I still review it and I'll do minor tweaks based on the knowledge that I have in my head. So once I've gotten this kind of format in this table format, I will put it into a sheet in Canva because I'm going to use the bulk create for the videos. So here, so we've got hook line, point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, point 5, CTA at the bottom. Now the caption is something that I will not link to the bulk create because the caption obviously is not part of the video and Canva doesn't get involved in that. So what I'll do with this, I just copy it, which I did previously on an untitled spreadsheet. Text. Cool. And then I'll leverage this in a bit. So for this, we have this, and now what I want to do is actions, bulk create. You select the data, just ignore the captions. If you want, you can delete it. And then you go continue. So right now we haven't got an exact design. So what I want to do is jump into and create a reel. And I'm going to leverage a template that I've used previously. Offset. It's hard to see because it's on a white background, but we'll see how this goes. And then we can put a video in. So as you can see here, this is the kind of video that I'm aiming to create. Cute. So I'm happy with that. So this is kind of the template we're going to go with. And then obviously it rolls into the bookend. So here's the template. I will write text reels template. I'll do 20th of May. Bulk. So if I'm here, apps, enter data manually. Interesting. So this has like an add image on his version. If I do this again, and I go add image, yeah, right. This is where I can add any images. So I've built this all off ChatGPT. I've reviewed it. Now what I'm going to do is, images only works when you're dealing with images and then you can just directly import. But when you're dealing with videos, it doesn't work, which is super annoying. So because we're doing videos and we've already created a template, we do actions, bulk, create. We've got the data range selected, click continue. Designs, let's do this one. Oh, sorry, we'll copy the label, search, here it is, beautiful. Auto match, let's just see what happens. I'd probably do it wrong, but we'll see. What I tend to use is the lead line title with white really stands out. Then all of these has a black outline just to make it more readable. So you right click on each and go to connect data, hook line. So when it's got a tick to it, it means it's connected. So that's great. Right click, connect data, 0.2. All right, it looks like the auto worked, 0.5. Let's just check that this worked. Great, beautiful. So each column now is connected almost with a text box. So each column will fill out that text box using the same template, same formatting, all that good stuff. Now, make sure you click advanced options. So when you click 10 individual designs, it means you get 10 different links. So completely separate 10 items. I find that
actually more time consuming, and I used to do it that way, but now I use one design with multiple pages. So this is just, I find, just a lot easier. So let's go create design. Cool. So now here you go click. Awesome. So this link for each line is actually the same link. So this document is no different to this document. So what has happened is, if I go to the beginning of this document, things I wish more women knew after 20 years in health and supplements. Most women don't have a motivation problem. So every now and again, you can see here how it's a bit mushed together. This is probably because the text in these sections have gone a little bit longer than anticipated. So again, I could have probably fixed this template up a little bit, and you can reformat it. So each video does need to be slightly tweaked. So this one's, you can see it's actually not too bad. So let's just say for the videos, I'll show you how to change them, but you go to share, download. So what you do is you remove select all and you select the 2 pages, and that will download that as a video. So that's how you download each individual video. So now that we've got one design with 10 videos in it with all different text, this is where I can go, all right, this one, I'm going to leave it as is. This one, I'm going to change this video. And
Hi, my name is Rachel. I'm 50 years old.
So because this has text, you don't want talking people, so you need to make sure that that sound is off unless the video actually works. So I guess alternatively in this situation, you can just add the whole audio and then it will run across the whole thing. And then you can copy it. And then, so I've copied it, and so and that maybe looks like it's gone a bit quiet, so I'll just extend it. Great. So that kind of makes it a little bit simpler. Cool. So here we've got Rachel, who's a customer. We've got me, sounds off. Oh, sound is not off. That would be very distracting trying to read. I'm just going to jump to bulk video dump. So I can click here. This is where I have a whole bunch of videos previously uploaded into one document. Again, hover here and then bring track mouse, pull your fingers together. And then here there's heaps of footage. So, even some of these footages are really great from when we did the content making. Because it's a little darker, it's a bit easier to read the text. Here, a little bright, adjust, just pull it down a bit. Same with this one, maybe a little bright, it's hard to read the text, adjust, pull it down. Cool. Probably a little bright, edit, adjust, pull down. So pretty cool, cool. Okay, so now we're at a point where we need to download them. So we're happy with them, we've edited them, it's looking good. So as I mentioned before, I've kind of already downloaded the first one. So you kind of go through, download, make sure you've got the bookend, download them separately because that means they go as individual videos. And then we put them into a specific folder. Now, before we put them into a specific folder, the caption that we reviewed, we copy that, and then you make that the name of the reel. Now, the reason why we do this is because the agent has access to the G drive of the company. It collects the reel, it reads the title. Then we have an agent that takes the content in the title and it enhances and improves the caption on Instagram based on the knowledge of the company, scientific evidence that we've got there, and for previous best practice templates. If the title is good, the better the caption will be. The more information in that title, the better the caption will be. So we make that caption template the title, and then what that allows is the agent already has a schedule process, it already has a schedule system. That schedule system will collect each reel, take it through the GitHub scheduling processes that is linked to Instagram. And then once it's posted, it gets archived in this posted folder, so it's not posting the same reel over and over again. So for these particular videos, because we have different types of videos, we have UGC founder videos, we have Steph founder videos, this is where I'm talking. These are the videos where it's either me or the product with text and no vocals. Pure product videos, I think they come separately. And then ingredient videos. So maybe this is talking about the ingredient, but also I created a whole bunch of videos, which was text-related videos. Again, had a theme, which is all around the ingredients. And then there's a caption that's pulled from that title. So that's how the agent to G Drive works. So if we go back here, the video we just downloaded here, we go here. So there's a couple of alternatives. Like last time I did this, I had a separate file and link per video. So I could just click in and change the title. Here, because we've got them all into the same thing, it's just using all the generic same title. So then we have to click there. Here, most women don't have a motivation problem. Great. So that's the caption linked with that. So then we go to the next one. Download. Remove that. Boom. Download. So while that's downloading, I go here. I take the caption. I go to the G Drive, click it, drag it. Once it's in there. So this is a little bit fiddly, but we're able to do a bulk create of a bunch of videos quite quickly. So yeah.